Hey man, the year's 2026 and we back with another one. Back at it again. College track, Baltimore Ravens College Track Center. Art by J Law here again with another mural for you guys. Take you through the process. I know how I go. Got my guy Raw season, you know. Getting to it. This wall behind me, transforming it. Make sure y'all see it now. But you know how I go. Take y'all through the process. Things that we come up with, things that we see, new designs, new everything. Anything you got to say to the people, brother?
Hey, man. You know how they say.
Before we continue, gotta give the introduction to my guy Raw season. My business partner, my brother, helps me on a lot of my projects that I have. Forever grateful for him. You're gonna see him throughout the video, but if you've been following me, I've already done my intros of who he is, but I'm never gonna miss a moment to introduce y'all to him. Girl dad, fitness trainer, commercial painter, a man of many trades that does it all and does it very damn well. So had to give that intro before he continues.
You gotta wait 5 to 10 years to see like who's really putting in the work. I can't wait till we really like go back in the timestamps, look at the archives, and see that this is history being made.
Come on, man.
Shout out to Art by J Law, a living legend, Baltimore great, hometown hero. Another one to the resume, man. Let's get it. Watch this.
My guy Raw season with me. Let's go, man. Let's transform it. Let's get it going. Day one was very, very successful. It's not a lot of things that you see on day one in terms of progress because it's a lot of mapping out, planning, prep work. So we make sure that we tape all of the edges and the outlets, the thermostats and things like that to make sure that everything's secure before we actually get to painting. I really treat my artwork like it's Adobe Illustrator. With me being an illustrator and a digital artist by trade, I really treat that the same way in real life when I do these murals. So when I do my artwork, the final product honestly ends up on Adobe Illustrator 99.7% of the time. So when I go about transferring it and doing the same thing on murals and large canvases, I do the same thing where I'm pretty much building it up in layers, starting with the background, large shapes, where I'm able to project. I'm indoors, so I can project using a projector, and then I have it mapped out using my files on Illustrator where I have it color coded. I know which paint goes in which area, and it's very mad scientist-esque using mathematics and using grids to get the artwork proportionally mapped out. So that's what you see on day one. The major goal for day one was to get paint on the walls. When you have the prep work, you have to project, you have to draw. We really wanted to be able to get paint on the surface, and as you can see here, we were able to do that. So day one was a success. We were there for about 8 hours, pretty much did 8-hour days, and we got it done. It was great momentum to get to day two, and I think it ended incredible. Back at day two on the mural site. Day one, projection, get the lines up, get the drawings going. We decided to use a projector to get the artwork on the wall just because we had the space, controlled environment, it's inside. We were able to get paint on the walls too. That was a big goal for me, was to get paint on the walls for day one, and it's coming together. Day two, looking to get a lot of progress. Can we go straight to paint? It's not a lot of prep work. We didn't have to tape anything down, so it's now we get straight to business. A lot of times when I do these, murals, it's pretty much having the mock-up on the phone or on a printout, so I'm able to know what I'm painting. A lot of my work starts off in the sketchbook, ends up Adobe Illustrator, and then that's where I bring it larger to life on these walls. And we here. So y'all gonna see the time lapse, see what we go through. Might be some unexpecteds, but we here on day 2 to get ready. They got the moving crew here today too, so it's a lot going on. Got the doors open, it's a little chilly in here, but we gotta work around the environment. We're gonna get started for the day, see what we get through. I'm not gonna lie, this color that I'm using, honestly, the combo of all the colors that I picked are amazing. My color theory, man, you might have to take me best of the best with whoever you got, because the way these colors complement each other and come together is amazing. And I really take pride in that because it all comes together. The concept is cool, but the technicalities that come with doing this as well play a major part. And my color choices, chef kiss. Coverage pretty good on this green. Coverage is pretty good on this green.
That's that stock. That first stock. You know, you know.
No, for real. As you can see, today was a lot of taping. If you see my artwork, I consider it modern cubism, where I use a lot of polygon shapes that come together to create form and shade. So crispiness, polygon edges is my cup of tea. That's what I'm known for, and we don't short the process. You gotta use 20 rows of tape. You gotta use 20 rows of tape, but it all contributes to the aesthetic of the artwork. And it's amazing seeing the process, because when you're all close to the wall and you're really close up on what you're doing, you really just see random shapes. But as you take that step back, you start to see it all come together. So you see a little bit of us doing the background and, you know, really setting the tone to bring this thing to life. It's all about the cleanliness. No, for real. Tape boys. Yes, sirski. Some things don't change. Some things don't change.
Some things ain't supposed.
Ooh. I don't know, man. Now this is what we call technique. We leave some of the objects in the background outline. We always go light colors first because black covers well, or darker colors, in this case black. We got raw season outlining the bird for us to fill in the black later. Easy peasy. As we round out the day, finish out the day, we were able to get the majority of the sky in the background done. As you can see, Rod is filling in the large colors for the street and some of the sidewalk. I was able to get most of the clouds in. And this is when I say building up the layers, because we're getting these large shapes, these large areas of paint in. So when you go in for the detail later, we don't have to worry about filling in those small crevices to get in the background and things like that. So definitely was a successful day. Everything going as planned. Day 3 is definitely gonna look crazy. Just seeing it in real time, like building it in real time, is just amazing, because you start with this blank canvas and you just see the layers just build and build and build. On to tomorrow we go. Day 3 here at the Mural site, college track, Baltimore Ravens. Day 2 was, we call it sneaky progress that we had. Once you get those paint colors, when you have a full day of nothing but painting, it goes so quickly. So day 3, same day, different progress. That's all we doing. Tape job, you know what we doing. We got the clouds up yesterday. They would get the clouds up, a little bit of the city. You see the city in the background. It's the season right here. On the right side, row home silhouettes going up, got the sky. The key word is crispiness. That's what it is. That's the key word. So I think today the goal is to knock out the landscaping on the bottom right. Honestly, we might get the entire background done to do some projection. We always shoot for these lofty goals, but that's what we do. So day 3, get the progress. I'm loving it. Some of the colors go on one coat. When we get that, you can't ask for nothing more than that. We keep those in the tuck too, because once we find a one coat color, we're gonna use that on different projects. We're gonna repeat it and keep it going. So loving the progress so far. Let's see what we got for this day. So today started off a little labor intensive with me taping a lot of different shapes to get those crispy edges, but definitely want you guys to notice, you see Rod in the background filling in the colors while I'm able to tape different shapes and different polygons. So it's that tag team tandem where I'm able to attack one side, he's able to attack another. If I'm taping, he's filling in with color, and that really is a smooth process for us to move along and get this going by grand opening. I don't even think I mentioned, but we had just under 2 weeks to complete this mural because it had the grand opening on March 11th, which it was a drop dead date. It had to be done. So if we were working 24 hours around the clock, that's what would have had to happen. But we was able to really choose our time well and to have great time management to get this done in time. But it just shows you the syncrasy and the great working relationship that we have for us to attack this smoothly and have that chemistry between us to get this done. So as you can see, a lot of our energy went to that bottom right hand corner. We were to pretty much finish all the buildings and the landscaping at the bottom where there were a lot of cuts. So, it was a lot of taping and things like that, but it was definitely very efficient between us two. And by the end of the night, we were able to project some more imaging to keep these layers growing, stacking on top of each other. That's going to be the theme for this mural, is layering, to get, a lot of detail and a lot of things not missed in between the sections of where we paint. So syncrasy going back and forth, and you see us filling in the shapes. Rod was able to get some buildings on the left hand side as well, which was great to get the balance in between the mural. Here at day 4 of the mural, gotta talk a little locally, having a meeting, a construction meeting over to the right of me. But here at day 4 of the mural site, it's looking good, man. You can see it. We got the city up on this wall. And then if you go to the right side, we're starting on the row homes. It's coming together very well. The timing that we're doing is going great. I think the only challenges are I have a couple colors that didn't color match correctly. So we're just figuring out the best colors to go with that. But that's part of the game. It's trial and error. Like I say, with paint, you can always fix it. And you never can take it too seriously because everything can be fixed. And when it's art, we roll with the punches. Very calculated, but sometimes you gotta pivot, call an audible here and there, and that's why we're here today. So it's gonna be a good day. Get started day 4. Let's get started, man. Yeah. I call this level 2. We did the background. Now we adding different layers to the foreground of the artwork. These are silhouettes of different things and aspirations that children can be when they grow up. A businessman, a construction person graduating from college, just the different ideas that you can get with the possibilities of going through college track. So having this process, I think, is more convenient for me simply because I don't have to worry about filling in different gaps that I miss and going around very complex shapes when I paint. So by attacking the background first, we're able to get all the background colors, all the huge shapes out, and then we put the details in the foreground. Use projection for this for mapping out where everything goes. So doing it in multiple steps. We was able to project yesterday the silhouettes and the crane that goes in the background of the silhouettes. So keep building it up layer by layer by layer. Efficiency is key for me, so this is the process. And as I'm knocking out the silhouettes on the right side, Rod is getting busy on the row homes on the left side. And I'm not going to hold you. The row homes may be my most favorite part of the mural. And I only say that because the angle of where you look at the row homes, I'm doing a little spoiler right now, but the angle where you look at the row homes creates a whole different feel based on where you're standing in the space. So as he's knocking those out, you're seeing it come to life, starting with the buildings and then building up with the windows as well. It's gonna look crazy. I can't wait for y'all to see how these row homes will turn out to be. But he's knocking those out and it's looking amazing. So we currently got a color change underway. If you can see this plantain gold color that we had, we're switching it to like more of an orange yellowish color. The first one that we used was kind of like a metallic gold. We're changing it to this orange, yellow orange color that matches the artwork a little bit more. It happens, we're not perfect. Sometimes those colors on the screen, they can get real tricky. So it kind of comes with the game. But the funny thing is, we were painting everything, you know, with bare, you know, interior house paint. But to cover up that color, just to be more efficient, went to the art store, got a color match that was, you know, close to the file on the artwork, and we're spraying right over top. That's the good thing about spray paint, is you can go over top of pretty much anything, and it's usually one coat, two coats max. It's not that I stay away from spray paint, but you just got to have that technique, which I have mastered. If you went back and saw the video from Artscape, I did that all spray, so don't think I don't got the talent. But indoors, try to use the materials that I have, be more economically friendly. But if you got to do a color change, this is a great hack to do that. And the way the color's turning out, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. So looks like it's going to be a good match compared to what we had originally. I'm definitely happy about it, but definitely wanted to tap in and show y'all it's not all perfect, but there's a solution for everything. Please remember that. There's always a solution. Raw was able to change that color out for us to get that golden yellow. We actually did run out of spray paint to actually finish the entire covering of the surface, simply because we didn't have a fat cap, which makes a big difference. Another mural tip, you know, if you don't have a large cap to cover those large areas, you're gonna use way more spray paint. So eventually gonna have to get more spray paint to finish that out, but that's not a big deal for us to go around the large spaces and things like that. We were to finish the night by projecting another image, another layer on top, for the main image of the scholars looking up beyond the horizon. Welcome to day 5. Day 5, we live here at the mural. I don't know, man. I'm just looking at what's behind me, and it's looking crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. The progress. You know what's been, I feel like, the biggest compliment from people that's been seeing this? The color scheme. The color scheme, what makes it, I think that's one of my strongest points in my artistry, is understanding color theory, what goes together, what complements each other. Something that can be a little edgy, but it's still cohesive at the same time. And I think we nailing this right here. I mean, this side of the mural is damn near finished. Got Rod working on the row homes. It's getting spooky. It's getting spooky. We were slated for 2 weeks for this project. I really think we're gonna knock it out in like a week and a half. Definitely got the details. Yesterday was good progress. Everything's been pretty smooth. We were able to project some more imagery. Like I was telling y'all yesterday, we do it in layers. So you gotta do the background colors, and then we build up to the foreground, to the things that are in the front. And that's just how my brain works in terms of layering. It kind of comes from just my skill, where I was, I guess, groomed, you know, being an illustrator, working in Adobe Illustrator. Everything is layers. Literally, this artwork has over 50 layers that I designed on the computer. So coming from that, I take that to real life, and I use that same skill to real life when I'm creating the artwork in layers, with the background, then the middle ground, then the foreground, and just keeps going like that. So when you first looking at it, it just looks like different shapes, different flat shapes, but when they come together, create form. That's that modern cubism feel that I give to my artwork, that I always tell people. So, hey man, day 5, it's a Friday. You know, I work through the weekend, so it's every day until we done. But end of the week, let's get it for great progress. We're gonna check back in during the day. So I started off the day with this crane that goes in the background behind the construction woman. And when I say I'm the tape king, honestly, I need the sponsorship Frog tape, holla at me, because the way that I work this tape needs to be discussed. I'm talking about the angles. I'm talking about cutting in and out. I'm talking about the little slithers that you see. X-Acto knife, I'm sorry, box cutter and frog tape, the crispiness needs to be discussed. Definitely want to show this time lapse and show y'all that I don't know who rocking better with me on the tape. Holla at me. I want to hear it. This was crispy. And now we spray. I know this was gonna be a lot of intricate cuts, and using a color like orange that takes a lot of layers, it just would have been more feasible for me to spray, where I'm able to use the X-Acto knife to get those sharp edges when it's very small and very precise. And now I'm able to just spray in between the tape to get, you know, that vibrant color without having to go over multiple times. When you're using a color like orange, there's a lot of layers that you have to do usually when you're using paint. So if I'm using a color like orange or maybe like a yellow or something like that, if I'm able to spray, it's the best way to go about it because it's not as many layers that I have to do. The only downside is you trade off. You don't have to do as many layers painting because you're doing spray paint, but it might take you a little while, you know, taping all the edges, especially if it's a complex shape. Practice makes perfect. I wasn't always a pro at this, but if you keep doing it, you'll get easier with it. And I think this was the best technique for me to do this. Now just watch as I'm able to peel this tape off and how crispy these edges are. This crane to a T. I don't know, man. Just watch. And that, my friends, is detail. Tape king. A little bit of touch-ups I gotta do, but overall, took a little time, but it was worth it. For those corners and those crosses, tape will do the job every time. We were able to end out the day actually getting paint on the main three scholars looking on the horizon. And this is where you just see the building. That's the continued theme for this mural, the building. Another layer on top of the background to see the three scholars looking on the horizon of the Baltimore row homes, and then to the skyscrapers and the aspirations on the right side. So as we're building this, you can see it come together of what the final mural was gonna look like. Hell of a day. For me to be able to tape and get the cranes going, Rod able to get the row homes looking more and more like the classic Baltimore row homes, and us tag teaming together at the end to get the scholars on their way to being in final form. Definitely a 10 out of 10 day, great progress. And I think we're about halfway through looking at it. It's crazy because most of the wall is covered in paint, but it's a lot of details that go into it as well. Day 6. I never checked in when I first started today. I was excited to get started, had some content to do, but day 6, this wall is looking insane. The details that's coming together on the clothing, on the book bags, We got a whole scene going here, Working on a Saturday. I was here early, 7 a.m. Broad came through with me. Had to take a little break. Got some exercise in. Day 6. I never checked in when I first started today. I was excited to get started, had some content to do. But day 6, this wall is looking insane. The details that's coming together on the clothing, on the book bags. We got a whole scene going here, Working on a Saturday. I was here early, 7 a.m. Broad came through with me. Had to take a little break. Got some exercise in. One of my friends had a fitness boot camp, then got right back to it. It's about 60 degrees here in Baltimore. First time all winter, it probably hit 60. So I'm gonna try and enjoy a little bit of sun, but I had to show y'all like these details. Look at the perspective of the houses. The children, the scholars looking beyond the horizon, and you got what they can become on this side. And then you have the tidbits, the Howard Street Bridge in the background, not finished that yet, but the symbolism and the scene that's coming together is really insane. It's insane. So, hey man, put another day in. It was a great one. I just love this so much. Like, this is why I do it. This is why I do the time and a half. This is why I do the overtime, because it is work, but at the same time, it's my passion. And to see this come together, it's the process, man. Seeing this process is everything. I don't know. Techniques today were good. Hella tape we using. I'll take y'all closer also. Y'all can see the wall as we walk by. Perspective is crazy. This joint 27 feet long. This is the tape that we used so far. I think we got through 6 rolls so far. It's the amount of tape that we used for the meticulous edges. You know, I call my artwork modern cubism, so we got to stay true to it. Sharp polygon shapes come together to create form. That's what it's all about, man. But I'm going to check out for the day. Back here tomorrow, day 7. Let's get it. Hey, man, we here. We're going to have a good day. 8 hours, got in the gym early. We here with it. Y'all want to see the progress? Couple time lapse for y'all. Let's get it, man. We're getting to the point now where we're getting into the detail. So maybe on the time lapse, it doesn't look like a lot of work is being put in, but those small cuts, those small shapes, those intricate angles are really getting established right now with me working on the Howard Street Bridge, the book bags, filling in the color, and just getting, honestly, those small details to bring it all together. Like I said, it doesn't look much here, but the dynamic aspect of the different shading and the different angles and the perspectives just takes this piece to a whole nother level. And that's what we're starting to knock out now, more than halfway through the mural. And it's just amazing. Just want to check in with y'all. I ain't checking in a while. Progress. Take y'all for the ride, man. Just look at that detail. The shapes that come together create form. That's what I keep stressing. Like, look at that perspective with the row homes too. Come on, man. It's getting crazy. It's a week, 7 days. 7 days. I don't even know how long it's. 2-3 days, maybe. We said 2 weeks. We flying through it, but the color choices, that's what does it for me. It's the color choices. I just had to come for an update to show y'all the progress, because it's looking real spooky, honestly, to see the whole project. So y'all can see the whole wall. It's a crazy scene. That's crazy perspective right there. Hey, man. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Season, in the cut, too. Shout out to my guy. Getting to it. You just add that brightness to the space. Really for the children, for the scholars. Let's get it, man. Let's finish strong. We finished this day working on the row homes. As you can see, Raj really getting the roof of the row homes together, and myself finishing up the detail of the scholars, really working on that bridge. Once I get all the color filled in for the bridge, it's gonna pop out and to see it. And for those who don't know, the importance of this Howard Street Bridge is it's like the unofficial split between East and West Baltimore. So if you're driving on North Avenue, once you cross Howard Street, it just feels different going east or west. So just connecting the city, we know we got South Baltimore, we know we got Northeast as well, but that Howard Street Bridge, how colorful it is, it connects both sides, east and west, and definitely wanted to use that for unity, for the peace. It's the tidbits, man. That's what gets it every time. Day 8 be great. Day 8 be great back at the Mural site. We in the detail stage right now. I mean, just to give y'all an update on the project, my thoughts so far, the prep work has been minimal. It's a smooth wall. You know, the tape adheres nicely. The paint lays down nice. We're spraying. We're doing tape, a lot of different techniques, but it's been pretty streamlined. But it's crazy when you get the progress, you think it's going to be knocked out in so little time, but you got to think some things have a lot of detail to it. So if you look at these row homes right here, there's a lot of detail that goes into those row homes. So as long as you get the, you blocking out the main colors, that's all fine and dandy. But when you get to the detail of the doors, the window panes, the people, it takes a little bit of time. Still ahead of schedule, so everything's going great. But when you fine tune those details that go in my work with those small little shapes that come together to create form, it makes a big difference, makes a huge difference. So we're gonna keep trucking out today. I'm telling you, man, I'm in Baltimore. This weather, I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for spring at this point. It's snowing, it's icy. I thought we were beyond that. It was 60 degrees last weekend, supposed to be like 75 this weekend, but this week, it's looking nasty outside. So kind of dampens the mood a little bit, but you gotta keep trucking. Gotta keep trucking along. But yeah, gonna see the progress today. Got my guy Rod pulling up too, so it's gonna be a good one. Checking out for day 8. Let's get to it, man. Knocking out this Howard Street Bridge is definitely meticulous. Using my box cutter to get the tape, all the small cutouts that we have from the chassis of the bridge, as you can see as I pull away from, the ear of the boy in the middle. It's just a lot of intricacies of, these polygons, these shapes coming together, but it's what makes the detail and what makes it stand apart. For something like this, using the yellows, definitely wanted to spray paint just simply because all the layers that usually comes with using yellows. And sacrificing taking the time to do a masterful tape job to pretty much spray in under 10 minutes is definitely worth the trade-off. But definitely keep in mind when doing something like this. As you can see today, there was a lot of taping going on. I'm able to tape so I can finish spraying that yellow orange sky that we had to do a color change at the beginning of the mural. Rod's still trucking away at those row homes. So much detail that goes into it, the intricate shapes. It definitely takes a few days to, knock everything out. That's when you start honestly using one of the smallest brushes that you have. So you make sure that not the curves, you make sure that the angles are nice and tight. They're crispy. And you just narrowing in on the details. That's what really makes the piece. You got the large block out shapes, that we colored earlier. But at this point, it's about those small details, because when people come up close to this mural and they see the little tidbits that's in there, that's what's gonna blow them away every single time. Day 9, we back at the mural site. Day 9, different day, same mission. Knock this out. Today we'll probably be drawing the last of the artwork, layering up on the background. Pretty much gonna probably use my metas for that because there's not a lot to draw. So there's other people working in the space today, so turning the lights off might not be feasible. But turn the metas on, getting the perspective together to get that last amount of artwork up, which is basically the people in the neighborhood sitting on the curb, playing jump rope, double dutch, walking, just get those last final details. But it's looking crazy, man. It's looking crazy. Look at the perspective of those row homes. Like, I feel like I can just walk right into them. So it's crazy how it's coming together. Definitely really excited. I think the scholars are gonna be So excited to see the space transform. It's going to be so much different than when they were here on orientation, when it was just a bare space. Having the furniture up with it to complement the space, having the other signage, definitely going to come together. So on rock and roll, get to it. I'll check back in. At this point, you know the routine. You know how I go. So that's how we going to get it. Ash had to pull up. He had to put his smoke on the wall. Had to pull up and do his work.
Y'all know my vibe.
Yes, sir.
I gotta touch on every mural in the city. Don't play with me.
My guy Ash. I don't know if I ever introduced y'all to him in the videos. I'm not sure, but that's 1/3 of Creatively Mindful. My guy always down to help, always down to pull up. So every mural that we got, every mural that I'm on, he's going to put his touch of paint on it. He got a bid in every one of these too. So shout out to the good guy, Echelon Event Rentals. Rent with my guy too. Everyone, appreciate you, bro, for pulling up for sure. But we do it, man. One band, one sound. Let's get to it. Welcome back to day 10. Wrapping it up, man. It's not much left. We got to project one more image of the people. Not project, draw one more image of the people. Doing the touch-ups. It's a lot of detail, spaces to get those sharp, crispy lines. And we out of here. I know y'all been seeing the progress all the way through. The detail is just insane. So far, what do I think about the whole process? Easy, streamlined, great people to work with. The space nice and clean, got bathrooms to use. Those little things really go into it when you do murals, because sometimes you outside, no bathroom, nothing looks good. Bring your own lunch, nothing in the area, but this one's cool. It's at a mall, Montgomery Mall in Baltimore. So, you got the gym right next to it, so I get my pump in midday before I even start, then come here and do the work. So it's definitely been a great experience. So it's really just progress today. In the time lapse, you're probably not going to see much difference, because it's just those fine details for people to see when you get up close to the mural. So here to wrap it up, and it's been a good one, man. It's been a good one. Another one. We say day 10, so we're still under the 2 weeks. I feel like we're gonna be finished tomorrow, put the signature on, wrap it up for the grand opening. So y'all tune in for the day, see what we got going on. Let's get to it. As you can see, this is really coming together, really down to the last day or two, having to pretty much just draw the people in the community on the left-hand side. But I never told y'all how this mural even came about. And that's why I always preach, post your work, show up and be the best person you can be on the job. I actually was referred to College Track from the Baltimore Ravens. They were huge donors for this College Track Center in Baltimore, donated $20 million to the program and the initiative over the next 10 years to pretty much put the youth in their hands from 9th grade all the way to graduating college with a 4-year degree. Since I did the Paint the State Purple campaign with them back in 2023, I was able to be connected with them, refer me to the project with College Track, and it's about who you know, man. You do good work, you show up, you be the best person you can be, and they will speak your name in rooms that you're not in. Forever grateful for them. So we got one last thing to draw. For the most part, we got some text, but for the main part of the artwork is the people that's going to be in the neighborhood. So if you look at the mural where the street is, it's people in the neighborhood. Some guy, on the ground getting his hair done, people double dutching, walking, things like that. So we've been transferring the image using projection, but since we have just this small image, we got the metas. The MetaQuest 3s. They've been saving us so much time from doing the project at Bliss with the stairs, being able to draw and transfer an image in broad daylight. So it's definitely, beneficial. But the crazy thing about this is, you see the mural is 95% done, pretty much, right? But putting this artwork against an already done mural, you would think this entire image is literally just on the computer, like a graphic for real. So when I put the metas on and seeing the difference or seeing the the illustration that I did against real life art, it blows your mind away, bro. Blows your mind away. But I want y'all to see this through my eyes. Got the metals on here. I'm not gonna hold you. I made the biggest rookie mistake doing this. I had all intentions of showing you what I see when I have these MetaQuest 3s on, when I'm able to transfer an image onto the artwork. And it looks so cool. It looks so cool. But I forgot to press record on my phone to cast what I see on the goggles for you guys to see it as well. So my apologies for that. Being a content creator, they say. But nonetheless, it was incredible. I definitely have to show y'all this in real time on a video of mine. But for this video, you're not going to be able to see what I saw on the goggles. But we move forward. Give yourself grace. Definitely going to be on the next video for you. So as you can see here, I'm pretty much drawing the images from the MetaQuest 3s on top of the artwork that I have already on the wall. And this is another iteration of those layers. This is probably the 4th layer that I've done on this wall, where I projected the background, then I projected the middle ground images. Then we were able to draw in the windows, the window panes, and the details. And now finally what goes in front of the row homes and the scenery and things like that are the people in the foreground of the mural. So that's what I'm doing now. Being able to use the metas for proportion purposes, being able to place them where they need to be, and just makes it 10 times easier. I mean, technology is crazy. And if you're one of those type of people that are against technology, you're just going to be left in the dust. You have to be able to use it to enhance what you do, not replace what you do. They will never be human. Talking about AI, glasses will never replace your eyes. You really have to use it to enhance what you're doing, and that's what the tool is there for. It makes the process so much quicker, so much more efficient. Sometimes you just don't have the time to do the traditional methods, which you've already learned how to do. So why not use a tool that can be more efficient to your practice and your purpose, to make you move in a more efficient manner in your line of work. So that's my spiel on the technology. Anybody that's against the MetaQuest 3s, that's crazy. I actually have no comment, but these things go crazy. I was able to draw this in 8 minutes. That's like I'm not gonna say it's a world record, but that's amazing time for me to be able to do that, to make the process go so much more streamlined. Day 11 here, day 11 at the college track mural. I'm calling it the last day. I'm not leaving until I'm finished. Everything's on, all paint, all lines are crispy, clean everything up. This is the last day, man. Business as usual. Yesterday we were able to project, or able to draw in the people. Those are the final details over here. Drawing in the people that goes on the street to basically bring this thing to life, to give it some personality, to give it some persona. And we're going to dive in and do that today. That's going to take the majority of the day. We have some touch-ups. We did touch-ups yesterday as well. So between doing the people, the touch-ups, get some final shots, we're almost here, man. We're almost here at the finish line. Definitely exciting. They actually outside putting the sign up on the big sign up outside that says college track. So that's how you know it's real. Almost at grand opening. It's gonna be amazing. So check back in. Y'all gonna see the progress. Got the time lapse going. It's Friday, man. Let's enjoy the weekend. Let's get it. When I say we put in work, we put in work. I wasn't leaving until this wall was finished. I'm like Dame Lillard in the bubble. You gave me a chance. I wasn't leaving. But yeah, this just looks amazing. The people really bring it to life. They activate the space. It's not just scenery and background now. You have an entire neighborhood. You have people interacting. You have the scholars looking across the horizon. Look at the birds in the background. The infamous J-Law clouds. I could go on and on about this, because the way this came together this last day, when I say we put in work, that was a 14-hour day. We were leaving with the signatures on that wall. We've been grinding all day. Really haven't been on camera, but it's some tips and tricks that I gotta show y'all. You don't teach this. Actually, they don't teach you this. This is just from craftiness in your mind. Shout out to the jig that Rod got for these small circles that we got up here. You see those white circles on the sky. Just so we don't have to do a tape job for everyone, we keep basically like a stencil, a handmade stencil. Come on, man. That's the Dixie cup. That's the college cup. Come on, man. We get crafty with it. He got a jig to put it flush up against the wall where he's able to paint within the cup and it won't have overspray. If it is, it's very minimal. But we're gonna do that with all the circles. They're different sizes, so we can do the larger side of the circle and then the smaller side as well. A little bit of mural magic, man. You can't, that's what you don't teach, man. That's just experience. That's all I gotta say for that one. But I had to show y'all that one. We're really getting to the nitty gritty. It's touch-up time, touch-up season now. I'm doing the last child that's playing double dutch. And it's gonna be the last day. We said it was the last day. I said that on the update. What Dame say? I ain't come to play no games. If I had a chance to get in, I was coming to the bubble. If I had a chance, I was coming to the bubble. We ain't here to play no games, man. We at the finish line for sure. Not gonna lie. 13 hours later. 13 hours later.
10 rolls of tape later.
10, that's the count. Count it up. 10 rolls of tape later. I told you, I was not coming back. We was not coming back. We did it, man. We did it. The victory lap is here. We finished. We got the signature. We got the details. We got the touch-ups. And we got the champion. The champion. Come on, man. If that's not intricacy, I don't know what is. Frog tape, holla at me, please. Let's go, man. Let's make something work.
Frog tape. What we doing?
What we doing? Come on, man.
Brand loyalty.
Brand loyalty. That's it. That's all. Give me something. But this is the end of the mural project. Another one. 2026. Let's get it. We here. Show y'all these final shots. It's amazing. Can't wait for the grand opening. This goes out to College Track, Baltimore Ravens, M&T Bank. I thank you. Hey Rod, come here, come here, come here. I thank you. My guy Rod Season. We thank you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore Ravens, College Track. My brother here. Another one in the books.
Who does it greater? Nobody.
Nobody.
Man, run the clip. I just want to take the time out to give one last thank you to the College Track team, the Baltimore Ravens, M&T Bank, my guy Mr. Season, Raw Season, Echelon Event Rentals, the future, the impact, the mission of what we do for these kids and the youth. When you see something like this, how can you ever be mad? The final touches. This is the end of the mural. We reveal it tonight at the grand opening. It looks amazing. Y'all see it. Y'all see the colors. Y'all see the signs. Y'all see the symbolism. This was a big one. It might be my most detailed yet. I think just the process of talking to the director, connecting with the kids, having it, portray Baltimore through and through, the row homes, downtown, Howard Street, divide east and west. The colors of M&T Bank and the Ravens, the industries, it's just all comes together. So definitely had to show y'all the final shots, get some video. Let's have a good time tonight.